everybody. So today we're going to be discussing leg to hand cues or steering cues. And the first one we're going to go over is inside leg to outside rein. So inside leg to outside rein is like the golden rule. This should be a Bible verse. It is what you use whenever you want to straighten your horse. And it's also used as a cue to help guide your horse to the rail. It's the cue that I use with all my beginner and intermediate riders, probably the first cue that I teach them to steer because it makes sense. So if I'm going to the left, my right rein would help steer my horse to the right, makes sense. And then my left leg applying pressure to the horse's body would allow the horse to gravitate towards the rail as well. If I was going to the left, that's what I would use. So that one is the easiest to understand, and it's also probably the most widely used as well. I would consider it the most important cue because there's many situations where you'll need to straighten your horse's body out at the walk, trot, or canter. Cue that we're going to discuss is inside leg to inside rein. So this one is to be used on a circle or whenever you're bending. So if you're bending your horse in the corner of the ring, or you're trying to turn down a quarter line, or you're on a circle, this is the cue that you would use to help your horse's body bend around your inside leg. So ideally, your horse's body, when they're turning, should always be bent around your inside leg, kind of in an arc shape. So to achieve that, you're going to use your inside rein and inside leg. Now, a lot of people will look at me funny when I tell them to do that in a lesson. So the main difference between inside rein to inside leg and inside leg to outside rein is that you're going to use that first cue we talked about, the inside leg to outside rein, whenever you're on a straightaway, and you're going to use the inside leg to inside rein whenever you're on a bend or you're in a circle or on a turn. So that's the main difference between those two. So I'll show you the inside bend using inside leg to inside rein on a circle. In the third, since we're going over all of these leg to hand cues, I'm just going to include the canter cue as well, which is your outside leg to your inside rein. So the outside leg will set up the hip and engage the hip to take off into the canter, and your inside rein is going to lift the shoulder and make sure that your horse is bent properly to the inside so they can pick up that correct lead. So I'll go ahead and show you that canter transition as well. And then the fourth cue that we're going to discuss is lastly our outside leg to outside rein. So outside leg to outside rein is used whenever you're trying to get your horse to go laterally or leg yielding your horse, which is asking your horse's legs to move laterally across each other. So this horse is not exactly well trained in a leg yield just yet, but I'm still going to attempt to show you what that looks like. It does take them a while to really pick that up. But we're going to show you at least what he can do from it.